With a quarter of an hour to go to the start of the Locate.im Sidecar Race 1. 3 laps ahead. Chris Kinley.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, as you said, not too long to go before the start of this Locate.im Sidecar Race. 3-lap distance for this. I'm looking forward to this one. Chris Palmer's with us still. He was with us with the solos before, but here with the sidecars as well. You kind of like the sidecars as well, don't you?
Yeah. It's something different and interesting. It's a lot of the bikes these days just look and sound the same, and it's nice to see the three-wheelers go around.
It is. So there's the race signal just going on there. Let's grab a quick chat with Maria if we can. See how young Maria is. Hello, sweetheart.
Hello.
How are you? All right?
I won't swear today, I promise.
You won't. Every time I've interviewed you, whether it's here, the Northwest, Sidecar, how's it? How much of a transition? A lot of people said, how did you go from 2 to 3 back to 2? How do you do it?
Don't know. I guess female, isn't it? Multitasking and all that. Do you reckon?
No, never. I can multitask. I can listen to people talk to me in my head.
Guys can't. I'm not saying that guys can't. No, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Really looking forward to 3 laps today.
And how about your passenger? How's she shaping up?
Fantastic. Over the moon working with Julie. She's a brilliant passenger. Yeah, I think that's really helped me a lot, having an experienced passenger.
Where do you think have you struggled the most? Any place that you've struggled with this from the adaptation, the jump from the... No, she's shaking her head straight away.
No, just same as everyone else. Not enough practice. You'd like more practice. But I'm happy though. We're just, this is another 3 laps for us. Really looking forward to getting out there and seeing what that feels like.
Well, enjoy the race.
Thank you very much. Thanks to everybody that supports me, all my sponsors, and everybody that's been around us, supporting us. This TT means a lot. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Thank you very much. There's Maria Costello going off at number... Where are we then now? Find on the list will be quite... And you see, the paperwork gets blown around too much. This is the problem, you see. When you have paperwork, Julie Caniper off at number 45, start for... Thank you, Mark Tiley, our executive producer down here on the road. Now, we did have the little ding-dong thing go a few minutes ago, which means the gate is now open, so we will make our way up onto the road, and just got that little bit of a breeze, and here's a handsome young man just walking past me here, Greg Lambert. Hey, Greggy, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Everything all right after the Blount incident? For those who don't know, it was a week and a bit ago now down at Blount. Greg had a little bit of a mechanical issue with his sidecar. A thing went on fire. Unfortunately, couldn't get up on the pavement, and Greg, being Greg, tried to put it out with his hands. How are they?
Yeah, they're okay, like all the medical staff have looked after us all week. I'm okay. Just had a text from my dad, so my dad's he's on the mend and waiting for surgery, so, I'm pleased he's okay. That's the main thing.
And how's your TT been, apart from lack of practice time? How's the outfit been?
Yeah, all good, really. We've got some new things on there. We just needed some time, like everybody else, to set these things up. But we haven't had the time to set that up. Everyone else is in the same boat, but the ACU, they've managed to get it in. It's a good day today, so we'll get it running, and then hopefully we'll start the programme again from tomorrow, and everybody can get the little gremlins out of the way,
What little changes have you made on the outfit from last year?
I've got a full new Motec ignition system, and you need time to set that up, and I've never run it until here because we got it so late when it was made and manufactured, so you've got to set it all up, and it takes time for that. So we're doing it live timing, and obviously because we've lost all week, we've had no time to set it. So if you hear my bike spluttering a bit, it's because the fuel map's not correct, and you need time for that. So hopefully we'll try and keep it going and get 3 laps in, and I think it's going to be interesting.
All right, Greg, good luck.
Thank you.
That's Greg Lambert there. Thank you very much for Greg for having a little bit of a chat with us there. 13th quickest in qualifying, 104.967. 104.967. Number 11, just rolling up into her start position. And I say here because that is Estelle Blonde and Frank Clays on the SGR Suzuki, the Optimark Racing team. They're going off at number 12. And what a story it is, Tim Glover. I think you'll agree with me. Number 44 starting in 11th position. And the boys did a cracking lap. Seems ages ago now, doesn't it, when they did that? It was at Saturday. It was Tuesday, wasn't it? They did that lap, or was it Saturday? Do you know what? It's all kind of folding into one, isn't it? Really, these guys. Yeah, it was Tuesday. It was on that really, really nice Tuesday when we got the practice laps underway. That was the last time until yesterday that we did manage to get stuff done. So we are now up on the road, and Estelle. Let's see how her English is getting on. Oh, just around this gentleman here. Sorry, there you go. Estelle, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Happy?
Oh, yes. Is there a sun, so I'm happy.
Outfit good?
Yeah.
Sidecar?
Yes, very good with my new passenger too, so very, very good, yes.
So with Frank Clays this year?
Yes, it's the first time together and we have a good feeling together, so great.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. There she is. Let's have a little chat to these young men. No, let's get the photograph done first. That's the important bit. Let's get the family photograph done. There you go. Callum Crowe, young man, a Manx lad, stood on the start line of the TT. Sunshine and nothing better, is there?
Oh, finally got some sunshine. And, I want to say big thanks to Haven Homes and Hudson's Flooring for giving us such a good machine. So we wouldn't be here without them, to be honest with you, and all the other supporters. And especially...
all your sponsors.
All my sponsors, yeah. Especially them two, Hudson's Flooring and Haven Homes.
Good man, cheers. And let's speak to the driver then. Well, young Mr. Crowe, what do you think?
Yeah, a bit nervous now. It's the real thing now, isn't it? Been waiting since I was about 5 to do it, but yeah, I've stood up here once when the old man left. But yeah, it's a dream coming true now.
Is he doing Facebook Live there?
I think he is. I think he is. But yeah, I want a big shout out to Haven Homes for supporting us for the TT, and Hudson Flooring for providing the bike, and Northern Fuels for supporting us all through the years and stuff, and EV Motor Repairs, they support us through BSB and everything, and this. It's just all the sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do it without them.
I may just tell everybody, he has had a bit of a beard trim for this too, haven't he?
Yeah, I went seeing Colin the Barbers and Ramsey there, Parliament Street. Done his first thing in the morning. Give him a message at 11:30 last night. I need a trim.
Sorted. Look, good luck, boys, for today.
All right, cheers, Chris.
Cheers, boys. Good luck. Let's move down a little bit. Gary Bryan's here, number 10 on the outfit. And Gary, well, just looking at that finger, thinking back to this time last year. God, you were in some pain with that last year, weren't you, this time? Not now, though.
Yeah, not now, no. It's still aches, but it don't affect me at all. So, yeah, looking for a good run.
Talk us through your TT. Forget the weather. How's the outfit been setup-wise?
It's fine. It was obviously new last year, so it's not done a lot. I'd say the other day we've gone with Tony Baker's settings. Only had 4 laps. Felt all right, so we'll leave it alone.
And today, a little bit of wind. You just hear Gary Thompson tell you about the gust of wind. Where was it affecting you boys yesterday? Whenever it was, whatever day.
I mean, a little bit all over on the mountain, especially the mountain mile. Your head, because we haven't got a screen to get behind. It's your head just it's trying to rip the helmet off your head. So.
You said that. So you put a slightly different front screen, and that really didn't work then.
Yeah, I went back to the old one, which I thought better, but you're better with it higher, obviously, when it's windy. Trying to get it over your head. So.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gary. Cheers. Thanks, guys. There's number 10. Let's move on to the Rammies. Let's have a look what they did in practice. Where are they? Stephen Matty Ramsden, 102.682. And Stevie Ramsden. Steve, good afternoon, all right?
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Practice?
Glad to get... No, practice ain't gone to plan.
No. A few problems.
Yeah, fueling issues. Yeah. So we've tried something different today. Hopefully it'll work.
It's just going to be a practice for you then, is it?
We'll see how it goes. We'll stop off somewhere and have a pint if it's not going.
There's still lots of pubs on the TT course, so you'll be all right.
I'm sure we'll find one.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Cheers. Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Let's go over and speak to the young fella. What's up?
I was just going to say, get us a few pints in at Craig the Bar.
So they stop at the Craig the Bar, outfit number 9. The beers are on you, are they?
Not on me, no, on everyone else.
Good luck, boys. Cheers. Thanks for that. Andy Winkle is the next man we're going to speak to. He's in the chair with Conrad Harrison this year. And Andrew, all right?
Yeah, it's a race in front of you. I always just turn to jelly before a race, so you just have to gather your thoughts and say, right, we've done it before. It's no different than it normally is. So it's, well, obviously everybody's had like a practice. It would have been nice to get some more, but due to the weather conditions, it's just how it is. So everybody's on the same page, but we're fairly upbeat. So hopefully we'll put on a good show and get a good result and better last year's position to 6th. And we'll see, so that'll do.
And you got cameras facing at you, that's worrying.
There's more technology on this thing that you wag a stick at. There's cameras, there's all sorts of box of tricks. I feel like I'm in an F1 cockpit. I need like one of them gloves with with the little print of a watch on the back of the glove, and it's. I don't think I'll even think about it. Well,
I don't think you will do, Andrew. No.
I know so.
Good luck.
Cheers, Chris.
Thank you very much. And Dean Harrison's dad, Conrad, is with Chris Palmer. Possibly, Chris, grab a word with him.
Conrad, can I have a quick word? Yeah, just been talking to your passenger there. Just looking at all the cameras you follow your bike. You just say that you think about with you, will you?
Well, I might turn off at Ballacrane and pinch the cameras. Hope for a profit. You come, Brad.
Yeah, no. Well done, mate. Have a good run. All right. Yeah, thanks, Conrad. Conrad Harrison.
And a quick chat, if we can, with Harry Payne. Harry, good morning, good afternoon. All right, son?
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. I've not had much practice.
How you find out on with Dave, then?
Great, so far, but as I say, we've had no practice at all. A problem in the first practice, and we only had that run yesterday night, so yeah, not enough time, but this will be like a practice for us. We'll just bed in and see how we go, and we'll have towards the end of the week.
Good luck.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks so much. Let Dave do his stretches there around the boys. We go 5 minutes to go to the start. Lewis Blackstock is here, the SBR, the Silicon Barnes racing machine. And Lewis, still, do you know what? There's one of the smiles that gets you in the paddock. It's you. You've got a cracking smile. You're good for the photographs.
Yeah, no, I'm just happy to be here, you know. We had a bit of a problem yesterday, but we're in to get go again today.
What was the problem?
An engine problem.
These engines, you see, they get a bit of a problem. Have you obviously spoke to Dean Harrison? Possibly he's just been out on the solo.
I'm not seen him yet, no.
Okay, you're just going to suck it and see.
Yeah.
All right, good luck. Thank you.
Cheers. See you
later. Boys. Yeah, take it easy. Yeah. Let's have a look. Pete Founds is here. That's a bit an athletic stance. I don't think I could stand like that. I'll put a groin out if I stood like that. Pete Founds, okay?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah.
How's the outfit been through practice for you? New outfit for you this year, is it?
No, back on the LCR this year, yeah. So a few changes to the setup this year, but yeah, it seems to be going good. I mean, what limited practice we've had, we seem to have got 4 decent laps in, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Happy with the pace of the outfit, obviously.
Yeah, well, we're never happy with the pace, are we? If you don't think speak to any sidecar lad who thinks it's going fast enough, but yeah, hopefully more straight line speed will be good. But yeah, we're there or thereabouts. We just need to try and get on the back of these 4 in front. So yeah.
Yeah, these 4 in front, and of course, well, you got Dave Molyneux and you got Lewis behind you too.
Yeah, it's a strong grid. I mean, the grid's just getting better and better at the moment with the sidecar, so it's good to see.
Is this your 3rd TT, the 4th TT to the 4th, isn't it?
4th TT, yeah,
wow.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, hopefully we're always aiming at that top step, aren't we? That's how it's got to be.
Good luck.
Cheers, Chris.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much, Chris. Can you feel the tension down here now, Chris Palmer?
You can. Yeah. I mean, it's that sort of lull before the storm, isn't it? Really, everyone's twitching and nervous, and yeah, you can feel it.
And let's speak to Mark Wilkes and Tim Reeves. Wilksy, how are you, mate? All right?
Yeah, not too bad, sir.
You look quite calm, chilled, and relaxed.
Yeah. I just. I tend to don't get too nervous just until we get through there. So, no, I'm all right for the moment.
Good luck.
Cheers, buddy.
It's Mark Wilkes, thanks for that. And Tim Reeves, glad to put the new TTRI lid on for this year. It's a swish old lid, Tim, isn't it?
Lovely, mate, isn't it?
It's cracking. Good luck for today.
Thank you very much, sir.
A few problems, a few practice, like everybody, I suppose?
Yeah, you know, we've all been in the same boat time-wise. Yeah, could have just done with that. You know, we've done 1 lap. I've only seen the mountain once, and yeah, you know, we're just gonna we'll push from the start, and if he feels good, I'll have a go. If not, I'll bring her home. Not silly, and we've always got a race on Friday, haven't we? So, fingers crossed.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tim. Cheers. Thanks for that. I'm moving on to Johnny Holden and Lee Kane. They're off at number 2. Gives a shake of the hands to everybody, and John Holden just gathers himself together, quite literally, and then into the outfit he goes. He's kneeling in now, fits himself in there like putting an old pair of shoes on. John Holden, that isn't it?
Yeah, it's my little baby. He just needs to do a good job and behave herself.
Has she been behaving herself this week? I think she has.
Do you know, Chris, it's been mega. The bike's been absolutely superb. Yeah, loads of confidence. It's good, so just go and do a good job, maybe.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, and we'll speak to the Birchalls now, Ben and Tom. And Ben, just before they get called forward, Ben, best of luck for this one, Ben.
Cheers, boys. See you.
Tom, best of luck, Tom.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, these boys, I tell you what, if you could see the look in those 2 boys' their eyes, a shake of the head there as well. They look focused completely.
That is the word I was going to use, total focus. They really mean this, don't they?
They do. They know they've got John Holden in behind them. That new outfit, you commented on it the other day, looks absolutely mega. That silver and that black colour that they've got. Let's just give you the board, Tim. Conditions are good around the course. A lack of adhesion flag. Now that's at Snugborough. Wind speeds 25 to 30. It's dropped a bit from 35 to 40 earlier on. And a 3-lap race for this Locate.im sidecar race. Conditions good around the course. Lack of adhesion at Snugborough. Wind speeds 25 to 30 mile an hour. It's a 3-lap race. Numbers 1 and 2 in the dead man zone. Just here now where we're stad. There's only us 2 in here and the scouts of the flags. Oh, and of course Tim O'Hanlon. Head to Tim Glover.
Thank you. Yes, underneath that arch, having traversed that no-go zone, where they're just alone with their thoughts, as we are 45 seconds away from the Locate.im Sidecar TT Race 1, the starter will be Laura Gill, who's a representative of the race sponsor, locate.im, with the Manx flag there on the little rostrum. But the Birchells, Ben and Tom, get the 30-second signal. And already getting ready, staring down the road. Stream of sidecars coming behind them, but the winner of the last 5 sidecar TTs, Ben and Tom Birchall, are getting the countdown now. The tap on the shoulder will come in 5 seconds. 4, 3, the revs go up. 1, flag drops, away we go. Ben and Tom Birchall. Next it'll be John Holden and Lee Kane. Silicon Engineering, Barnes Racing Machine. Number 3, Team Berlin Express, Yamaha of Tim Rees and Mark Wilkes. Cloud Vapors, Yamaha of Alan Founds and Jake Lowther. Number 4 depart now. Keeping it in the family at 5, Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley, but Suzuki power. And now the Honda of Lewis Blackstock and Patrick Rosney. And back at 7, celebrating that anniversary, is Dave Molyneux and Harry Payne. Away, Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle. A little bit of a wave of the front nose of that machine as it went away. Stephen Matty Ramsden away next, number 9. And 10 will be Gary Bryan and Phil Hyde. Virtually all white outfit there. And here's the story of practice. 44 going away at 11. Ryan and Callan Crowe on the Triumph. Next away, number 11, Estelle LeBlond and Frank Clays on the Suzuki. The Optimark team bike. 21 away next, Alan Schofield and Steve Thomas. Next away, there seemed a bit of a misfire as they got further down, missed a gear by the sound of it. But away next we have Darren Hope and Paul Bumfrey. And here it's 24, John and James Saunders. Just looking down the return to see if they've called in, but they haven't. So next away is number 19, that's John Lowther and Scott Hardy, and we hear that Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes have retired at the bottom of Bray Hill, so a very early retirement. As next away is Craig Melvin and Stuart Christian away, and there's Greg Lambert and Ben McBride on the Honda away. The Gibsons next, number 17. Gary and Darrell safely away on the GDM Logistics Suzuki. 14 is Wayne Lockie and Mark Sayers. Next away will be 20, Mick Alton and Stephen Bonney. Newcomer passenger. .12 is Gary Knight and Daniel Evanson. The rostrum next will be 33, Dan Knight and Matthew Rostrum. Some really nicely prepared outfits setting off here. 27 is Andy King and Alan Thomas. Next away will be 15, Michael Jackson and newcomer passenger Sarah Stoko. Dave Molyneux and his passenger, number 7, Harry Payne, have retired at Braddon Church. So 2 big retirements. Tim Reeves and Mark Wilkes are out. They've retired at the bottom of Bray Hill. and Dave Molyneux and Harry Payne have retired at Braddon Church. So big retirements early on. Safely away are the remaining sidecar units as number 35 now comes away. That's Nicholas Jukes and William Morley. Roy Tansley and Sean Parker are next, number 30, safely away. Let's go to Glen Helen. Dave Christian.
Thanks, Tim. You bang on the money. First man on the road. And it's a very, very fast approach by the Virtuals. But definitely focused. That's about as fast as I've seen anyone come through here on an outfit. Ben and Tom Virtual absolutely flying through here, but the next man's right behind them. Here's John Holden. That's visibly not as fast, I don't think. It isn't 4 seconds quicker, the Virtuals, Glen Helen. So the opening sector, number 1, the Ben and Tom Virtual, 4 seconds quicker than number 2, John Holden and Lee Kane. A little gap now while Tim Reeves was running at number 3. Obviously, we're going to have a little bit of a gap now before Alan Founds and Jake Lowther arrive here. There's Founds and Lowther, a little bit of a wobble as he turns into the corner, but safely through. And is the next bike, that is Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley. Founds and Wormsley finding Founds and Lowther, and in fact a little bit quicker as well. They drop into 3rd place. That's number 5, Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley. 6th through, Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney. So again, safely through here on their opening lap, but don't make any impression on the Founds outfits, neither of them. Blackstock and Rosney into 5th place. So the Virtuals lead John Holden and Lee Kane by 4 seconds here at Glen Helen on lap 1. Next machine through should be Conrad Harrison. It is indeed Conrad Harrison. The chair wheel paws the air there as the weight switches from left to right on the exit of the corner. But Harrison and Winkle, again, they're safely through Glen Helen, making their climb up towards Sarah's Cottage. Should be the Ramsdens next. It isn't. It is Gary Bryan and Phil Hyde. So Bryan and Hyde through. They've got ahead of the Ramsdens on the road. That'll be 10 seconds on corrected time. And there's the Haven Homes Triumph. That is the Crows, and they are absolutely flying. That is exceptionally fast. They're ahead of Harrison, Winkle and the Ramsdens. So the Crow brothers into 7th place. Number 44 already picked up places from the start line. 7th place for the Crows. And keep an eye out for that. It is absolutely flying very, very fast on the approach. And the Ramsdens, I think, are struggling a little bit. 11 through now. That is Estelle LeBlond and Frank Clays. And looks like they're Sheefian Court. 21 in now. That is Alan Schofield and Steve Thomas went well in qualifying. And indeed, they make themselves known inside the top 10. That's number 21. 16 through, Darren Hope and Paul Bumfrey. And they are, again, they're safely through here, making their climb up towards that long straight at Cronkavody, just outside the top 10 for Hopi. As 2 more outfits come out of Glen Helen 1. 24 and 19 in that order. So John Saunders and James Saunders, Saunders 24, and 19, John Lowther and Scott Hardy. Down the box quick there for Craig Melvin and Stewie Christian. They're through on their first lap. And again, making that climb up towards Sarah's. But up at the front end of the race, it is the Birchalls who've seized it by the scruff of the neck in the opening sector with a 4-second lead here to Glen Helen. 13 into the left-hander, Greg Lambert and Ben McBride, but 17 right behind them on the road, Gary and Daryl Gibson. And Birchall brothers now at Balaff Bridge as the rest of the field streams through here at Glen Helen, but the Birchall brothers already at Balaff. 14 into the left-hander, Wayne Lockie and Mark Sayers. And it is the Holden and Kane now at Balaff as well. 5.6 seconds the difference between the two leaders as number 20, Mick Alton and Steve Bonney come through. It is 5.6 seconds now the lead for the Birchall brothers at Balaff. That's number 12 through here, Gary Knight and Dan Evanson. But 5.6 seconds, so he's pulled out, the Birchalls pulled out another 1.5 seconds between Glen Helen and Balaff. And they are absolutely on it on this opening lap. 33 goes through Dan Knight and Matt Rostron. 27 very wide on the approach there for Andy King and Alan Thomas, but they make it nicely round the corner and make their climb up towards Sarah's. Fownes and Walmsley, Fownes and Lowther also now at Balaf. Third and fourth place on adjusted time. That's 15 through here, Michael Jackson and Sarah Stoko. But at Balaf, the Birchalls are now leading Holden and Kane by 5.6 seconds, with Peter Fownes and Jevon Walmsley in third place. Number 5 in third place, 10 seconds back on Holden and Kane. And at Balaf in fourth place, it is Fownes and Lowther, outfit number 4. And they are just a fifth of a second down on Fownes and Walmsley. But the outfit to watch out for, I think, is going to be number 44, the Crow Brothers, up to 7th place on that opening lap for the newcomers. 39 and 35, both through here now. 39 is Bruce and Ashley Moore. 35, Nick Jukes and William Morley. 30 comes through, Roy Tansley and Sean Parker. And we're awaiting the arrival of number 44 at Balaf. Not made it there yet. Brian and Hyde are through, as are Blackstock and Rosny and Harrison and Winkle. But there's no change at that top end. As 28, Francois LeBlond and Marlene Couillard come through here at Glen Helen on their opening lap. It is a fantastic start from the Birchall brothers. 45 and 31 through here at Glen Helen. 45, Maria Costello and Julie Canepa. And just awaiting number 44 at Balaf. If we can get that time up, we can have a little look-see if the guys have made it just yet. They are indeed up to 6th. The Crow Brothers, number 44, holding 6th place at Balaf Bridge, and they're only a fraction of a second down on 5th place, Brian and Hyde. Back to you guys at the grandstand.
Thank you very much, Dave Christian. An additional starter, number 43, Kevin and Steve Morgan were listed as a non-starter, but have started at the back of the grid. Fastest through at the speed trap at Solby, Ben and Tom Birchall, 152.5 miles per hour for them. Alan Fownes and Jake Lowther next at 149.5. And looking at the Balaf Bridge, then the Birchalls have extended their advantage to 5.6 seconds over number 2, Holden and Kane. They in turn are 10 seconds ahead of number 5, Fownes and Walmsley, who are 0.1 ahead of number 4, Fownes and Lowther. Let's go to Ramsey Hairpin, Roy Moore.
Action down the road here at Ramsey. You can hear the sound off the machines coming, or a machine coming towards us here now, and it should be Tom and Ben Birchall up the centre of the road. They go down through the box. 1, 2, 3, down into second gear probably. Tight to the outside, spins the back wheel up, gets that grip. Ben just there at the controls, and Tom over the back, getting all that power down onto the back wheel. 5 seconds is the lead, 5.7 at Balaf, and here is now John Holden with us and Lee Kane. Different approach for the boys, but certainly get it round nice and steady. And higher gear going away, just doesn't quite get the revs up there. It's up to 8 seconds, 8.7 in fact, so virtually 9 seconds the difference that it is now. So an extended lead from Balaf Bridge by Tom and Ben Birchall over John Holden and Lee Kane. 8.739 to be exact is the lead for them now here at Ramsey Hairpin on lap number 1. Another machine interview down 3. Not expecting disappointment there for Tim Reeves. That's number 4 that's through us now. Number 4 there being Alan Fownes and Jake Lowther, and they are through. And number 5 is here with us now. That's Peter Fownes and Jevon Walmsley. And they too, just a slightly higher gear going through, but then getting it down on the power and away. And it's Holden and Kane 8 seconds down, but they have an 11.9 actually advantage over in third place number 4. Number 4 there being Alan Fownes and Jake Lowther, who in turn are just 0.8 of a second. There's that beautiful outfit there. Will that make a difference to it? Number 6, Blackstock and Rosny, they're through. Lewis Blackstock and Patrick Rosny safely through, the 14 seconds down on Fownes and Walmsley, but there's only half a second in it between the battles of the Fownes. It's Fownes and Lowther at number 4, who are currently in third position. That's Alan Fownes and Jake Lowther, and they're only 0.5, half a second ahead of in fourth place, number 5, Peter Fownes and Jevon Walmsley. There's number 8, former winner round here as well. And that's Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle safely through. Knight Nice, tight, neat line there for the boys. And certainly 10 takes it a bit tighter into the wall. Number 10, but gets it safely round Gary Bryan and Phil Hyde. So it's all action here, despite the retirements of Tim Reeves and Dave Molyneux. Next machine that goes through there, well, that's the Crow brothers. They're up to 6th here at Ramsey. They're only a fraction of a second down in 5th place, because at 5th it's number 6, Blackstock and Rosny. But the two Crows, they're number 44, 6th place for them. 0.13 of a second down on in 5th place. 7th for Bryan and Hyde. Well, the machine goes through. We mistook that the other day for them, but it's the Ramsdens, so they are safely through. Steve and Matty Ramsden, and it's 9th place for them, and they're 33 seconds down on Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle. But there's only 2 seconds there, the advantage between, in 7th place, number 10 being Gary Bryan and Phil Hyde, and there's only 1.3 between them, but there's only 2 seconds between them and the Crows. So that's certainly one to look out for on that. Number 44, they're going exceptionally well here at Ramsey, Ryan and Callum Crow. The last machine to go through there, I think, was the machine off number 21. Yeah, number 21 is safely through. 21 being Alan Schofield and Steve Thomas. Number 16 is here with us now, so we do check our programme on that. Darren Hope and Len Bumfrey, so they're safely through. They've got the light on at the back to indicate it as another machine comes into view. Down through the boxer, passenger working hard as they have to do round Ramsey, and that is machine number 19. That's John Lowther and Scott Hardy, and they're followed by machine number 24 as they go through John Saunders and James Saunders. And then another beautiful sounding outfit there. Can't quite get, but we distinct. I think that is Stewie Christian. I think the number that we had on that one was there. Was it? Yes, just checking on it. Yeah, Christian and Melvin. So there's 17 through now. That's Gary Gibson and Darryl Gibson. But it's no change as they go through the bungalow. It's an increase in the lead now. It's still Tom and Ben Birchall, but now by 11 seconds over John Holden and Lee Kane at the bungalow. As the machines stream through here, we'll bring you up to further. Lambert and McBride are certainly through, number 13. And the last machine to go through is that of number 14. Lockley and Sayers, Founds and Lowther have made the mountain climb to the bungalow as well. And Founds and Wormsley, and it's number 5 from number 4. Number 5 there holding the advantage. A different line for number 20 here at Ramsey, but he gets it through. That's Alton and Boney. Number 20, Mick Alton and Stephen Boney. So they are safely through Ramsey as well. But the bungalow indicates that the Birchalls are 11 seconds now ahead. And then in third place, it's number 5. Number 5 being Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley, who are now just half a second behind them. Is in fourth place, number 4, Alan Founds and Jake Lowther. So that's one to look out for as number 33 goes through. Number 33, we can tell you that's Knight and Rostron. So they're safely through Ramsey Hairpin. Let's just give you a bit of an update on the leaderboard, even if it's only times only. And there's Sarah Stoko trying to keep the chair wheel down with Michael Jackson. So they've made it to Ramsey. Then there's a blue outfit comes into view, and the number on the front of that is 18. Robert Hancock and Ken Edwards are safely through Ramsey as well. So in third position, Founds and Lowther. Fourth position, Founds and Wormsley. It's then in fifth, Blackstock and Rosny. Sixth, Crow and Crow. Seventh, number 10, Bryan and Hyde. Eighth, Harrison and Winkle. Ninth, Schofield and Thomas. 10th, Gibson and Gibson. 11th, Lowther and Hardy. 12th, Melvin and Christian. 13th, Ramsden and Ramsden. 14th, Hope and Bumfrey. 15th, King and Thomas. 16th, Lockley and Sayers. And 17th, Alton and Bonnie, all safely through Ramsey. The last to go through, number 39. Back to the grandstand.
Tell you, the Crows, number 44, got ahead there at the bungalow into fifth position. It's purple right across all the sectors. Fastest of the race for bike number 1, Ben and Tom Birchall. They are at Cronk Nimona. Also the light on for number 2, Holden and Kane. Just a reminder that you're not to cross the road. We've had an incident at St Ninian's, an incident at Quarterbridge. Even if there's racing not on, a course car could come along, a travelling marshal. Do not cross the road. It is closed. You will be fined. and potentially arrested as well. So do not do it. But we look up the road, 117.502 miles per hour on the opening lap last year, and this year, well, they haven't had nearly as much practice. But what are they going to do this time around as they go across the line? It's quicker, 117.71. or 709 to be precise. That is quite a remarkable performance, Chris Boyd. That 117.5 in race 1 last year after loads of practice.
Absolutely, and they're quicker on every sector time compared to last year. Well, apart from Glen Helen to Ballath, they're absolutely champion, especially over the mountain, Tim.
And here are John Holden and Lee Kane, and 116.21 for them. So 19 minutes, 13.929 seconds for the remarkable Tom and Ben Birchall. Hardly any practice at all this year. 117.71 from a standing start. Well, we should have outfit number 4 of Alan Founds and Jake Lowther coming into view very shortly as we look up towards the police headquarters sign and can hear the machine into view. Here it is. Across the line they go, and that is 114.64 for Founds and Lowther. But they are, wait for outfit 5, Peter Founds and Jevon Walmsley. They are in 4th position. They're just 1.6 though behind Founds and Lowther, who are in 3rd. And just looking up to let's have a look at Cronk Nimona and just see who we have already indicated. The Crows are indicated there. They're still in 5th position on the times, but they're 18.2 behind outfit 4 of Founds and Lowther, and now 9 seconds ahead of number 6, Blackstock and Rosny. As interview had there was Lewis Blackstock and Patrick Rosny, the aforementioned crew, on the Honda. 111.83 for them, but another retirement. Number 11, Estelle LeBlond and Frank Clays have retired at Solby Bridge. They're making their own arrangements. And number 12, Gary Knight and Daniel Evanson have retired at Glen Duff. But 3 machines should be coming into view very shortly. Been pretty close together on the road here, so just strain our eyes up the road, and 1, 2, 3 into view as quickly as that. Tremendous action, and it was the Crows that were ahead there on the road. 112.56. They are in 5th place. What a ride that is. It was also Conrad Harrison and Andrew Winkle. They were 109.78, and Gary Bryan and Philip Hyde, number 10, 111.52. But the Crows, their first racing lap, 112.56. It is truly remarkable what those young men are doing here at the Isle of Man TT, fueled by Monster Energy. 112.56 for an opening lap. That's just incredible. It really is incredible. So it is. Let's give you the leaderboard and the gaps. It is the Birchalls who lead by 14.9 seconds ahead of number 2, Holden and Kane. It's across the line go number 9, Matty and Stephen Matty Ramsden, 105.78. Holden and Kane then 14.9 down on the Birchalls, but they are 15.9 up on number 4 in 3rd, Founds and Lowther. In 4th, it's number 5, Founds and Walmsley. They're 1.6 down in the family affair there. And a further 20 seconds back are number 44, Crow and Crow, and they are in 5th place. They're 7.8 seconds ahead of bike number 6 in 6th place. That's Blackstock and Rosny. They in turn are 3.3 ahead of, in 7th place, number 10, Bryan and Hyde. Then it's Harrison and Winkle, Schofield and Thomas, so 8 and 21 in 8th and 9th positions. And in 10th, it is number 9, the Ramsdens. 11th just through there, number 16, that's Darren Hope and Paul Bumfrey at 105.69. Well, it's 2 pairs of brothers that are making the headlines here. Let's go out to Glen Helen. Dave Christian.
Yes, and the first machine into view, it is the Birchalls. Just fast just as fast as lap one, with Tom flat down in that chair, tucked in behind the small screen at the front. And corners like it's on rails. Fantastic line through here and a massive amount of corner speed. There's no wonder they pulled out a 15-second lead on John Holden in that lap if they're putting in performance like that all the way round. Absolutely majestic through here at Glen Helen. Next machine now, hear engine noise. It's another fast approach. Here's John Holden and Lee Kane. John gets on the power. He's safely through here as well, but visibly not quite as quick as the Birchalls, I don't think. And yeah, the lead's out 21 seconds now. 21 seconds. The Birchalls lead Holden and Kane. Glen Helen on lap 2. It was 15 at the grandstand, so they pulled out another 6 seconds on the opening sector between grandstand and Glen Helen, and 21 seconds their advantage on the second lap here. Another machine is racing up the valley. We can hear the sound bouncing off the sides of the valley as it comes into view. A little flick to the right, into the left-hander. That is the number 4 outfit of Alan Founds and Jake Lowther. And we've also need number 5, though, Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley. They were only 2 seconds down at the grandstand. Here is the second of the Founds outfits. A little flap of the air in the chair wheel there. But safely through here, and it is Founds and Lowther, and they've extended their advantage between 3rd and 4th place. It was 16 seconds at the grandstand. It's now 18 here at Glen Helen. So the leader on lap 2 at 2 out of 3 at Glen Helen, number 1, the Birchall brothers. They have a 21-second advantage over number 2, John Holden and Lee Kane. In 3rd place, number 4, Alan Founds and Jake Lowther. And they are 18 seconds back on Holden and Kane. And in 4th place at the minute, number 5, Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley, 4 seconds down on for Founds and Lowther combination. Down through the box goes Lewis Blackstock and Patrick Rosny. They make it through here on their second lap, and they're 35 seconds adrift of Founds and Wormsley. Just trying to do the calculation now to see where the Crows might come in. If Founds and Wormsley start to drip a bit of time, the Crow brothers were 20 seconds down on them at the grandstand at the end of lap 2, and could easily sneak back up there as engine noise does rip up the valley here coming towards us. I think there were 3 together as they went through the grandstand, and one bike comes out of Glen Helen 1. It is the Haven Homes Triumph. Crow boys safely through here. Number 10 right behind them on the road, as is Conrad Harrison, number 8. Gary Bryan and Philip Hyde sandwiched in between there. And the Crow brothers don't make any impression into Founds and Wormsley. 20 seconds it was the gap at the grandstand. It's now 24 seconds here at Glen Helen. So the Crow brothers hold on to that 5th place. Outfit number 44 in 5th place behind Founds and Wormsley with a 24-second gap. In 6th place, Lewis Blackstock and Patrick Rosny. They are 11 seconds down on the Crows. That was 8 seconds at the grandstand, so the Crows pulled out another 3 on the opening sector. In 7th place, it is outfit number 10, Gary Bryan and Phil Hyde. And they are 3 seconds back on Blackstock and Rosny. And in 8th, number 8, Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle. And they are 22 seconds back on Bryan and Hyde. It is the Birchalls, though, firmly in charge here, and we'll have a little flick over very shortly to see when the leaders make it to Ballaugh and see if they've managed to increase that advantage. Into the left-hander comes number 9, Stephen Matty Ramsden. Birchalls and John Holden both through Ballaugh Bridge now. As number 21 comes through here at Glen Helen, Alan Schofield and Steve Thomas. And 26 seconds between Holden and Kane now. So between the Birchalls and Holden and Kane, 26 seconds at Ballaugh Bridge. It was 21 here. So another 5 seconds more or less for the Birchalls have pulled out on that sector from Glen Helen to Ballaugh. And they really are in charge of this race. And the corner speed they were carrying through here, they really, visibly, they're the quickest thing out there today. But don't take anything away from the Crow brothers' performance. Number 44, the 2 newcomers, are holding 5th place at the minute. 24 seconds, the gap that they're chasing. They may not quite make that up as 16 comes through. Darren Hope and Paul Bumfrey. 16, Darren Hope through here on his lap. Both Founds outfits now through Ballaugh as well. In third place, it is still Founds and Lowther. Their gap, 19.8 seconds. We'll call that 20. So in fourth place, Founds and Lowther, 20 seconds back on Holden and Kane. That advantage has increased again from Glen Helen as Gary and Daryl Gibson come through here on their second pass. And Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley 5 seconds down on the other Founds outfit in fourth place. Craig Melvin and Stewie Christian through on their second lap. They've made some good ground early on in this race. 24 comes through. 24 is John Saunders and James Saunders on the Saunders Racing Honda. And just having a look at Melvin and Christian, they started 17th at Glen Helen on lap 1. They were up to 11th, so they managed to pick up 6 places. Might just squeeze in for a top 10 finish if they can keep it running, but they're not going to make an impression on those guys up at the top. The Birchall brothers, John Holden and Lee Kane, streets out in front, and Blackstock and Rosny now through Balaf. But the important time at Balaf will be when the Crow brothers get there. Greg Lambert and Ben McBride safely through here. Glen Helen outfit number 13. They're safely through on their second lap. And no sign of the Crows just yet at Balaf, but it is the Birchalls who lead Holden and Kane at Balaf Bridge by 25.6 seconds, with Founds and Lowther, outfit number 4, in third place, 20 seconds back on Holden. Back to you at the grandstand.
Well, this is incredible. It's just purple sector after purple sector for the Birchalls, and we reckon this could be an outright lap record, Chris Boyd.
We are watching the fastest ever sidecar lap of the TT course. They were there last year on the lap record lap in Balaf at 8 minutes and 8.4. They're there on this lap in 8 minutes 4.5. 3.9 seconds inside lap record pace to Balaf.
Incredible stuff. But we're going to see them at Ramsey, 118.8 Balaf to Balaf. Incredible stuff. Let's go to Roy Moore.
Absolutely on cue. Here they are, Tom and Ben Birchall into Ramsey. They'll probably be aware of what their lead is. I know nephew Brian is down there at Ballacrane giving a board, but it's certainly not slowing them down, so that'll be interesting to watch. Interesting to know, too, that Maria Costello has gone over the 101 mile an hour with Julie Caneper in the chair, and Julie, the winner of the Susan Jennis Trophy. So it's, well, that's a good combination there. What an achievement to do it. And we've had to write down the names of Ryan and Callum Crowe, and we call them the brothers and just like that, but it's a bit not quite the answer to give them not their Christian names. Back to Tim at the grandstand.
We could be here on the verge of the first 120 mile an hour sidecar lap. They are 7.5 seconds, Ramsey, inside the lap record. Roy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing we'll look for when they go through the bungalow. They won't. I don't think if there's an opportunity there to do it and they're feeling confident, well, certainly rolling it back, I don't think will be an option for them. Holden and Kane, John Holden and Lee Kane are round through, but it's gone out to 28 seconds. But what can you do when you're on the possibility of a 120 mile an hour lap? 119 last year, and they're through Ramsey, and the indications are that this could be a classic and just more history. And that's number 4 that's here with us now. That's number 4, just going through the list. Got them there. Yep, Founds and Lowther. What is the difference between them? Because the other Founds will be here now. Well, I think it's number 4 who's taking that advantage. 22 seconds down on Holden and Kane, but he's holding a 5-second advantage there over his brother. And that is number 5. Number 5 there being Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley. So 5.978 to be exact is the difference there. And in third place, number 4, Alan Founds and Jake Lowther are 22 seconds down on Holden and Kane here off the 4 machines who have gone through at Ramsey Hairpin on this, the second lap. Yeah, such will be the focus of Tom and Ben Birchall. I would think that they would actually go for it, and certainly if they're feeling confident, the engine is sounding, well, the bike is sounding absolutely superb as it went through here. And again, on our kind of unofficial kind of number of sidecar races that have taken place, we reckon this is number 128, and it's all confined. Take the ones from the Clips course out, 121. And there's number 6, sidecar just tipping up a little bit as it went through, but certainly Blackstock and Rosny safely through Ramsey Hairpin, but they've got a bit of a mountain to climb in both ways, because if they want to get up to fourth place, they're 46 seconds down as they start the mountain climb off in that fourth place, Founds and Walmsley, 46.7. Another machine we can hear in the Ramsey area. Expecting this to be the Crow brothers, Ryan and Callum. It looks as though it is, because they've broken the beam further down the road, and here they are. Just listen to the triumph at Ramsey. Flicks it onto the throttle and through, and he's got past number 10 on the approach here, and there is Conrad Harrison, and he too having trouble, or the passenger keeping the chair wheel down, but they are certainly through, and it's fifth place for the Crows, Ryan and Callum, certainly through Ramsey, but they're 34 seconds down on Founds and Walmsley in that fourth place, who are holding on to that fourth place. Fifth for number 44, Ryan and Callum Crow, who are 34 seconds down there, 34 seconds down on Founds and Walmsley, but hold a 12-second advantage over in sixth place, Blackstock and Rosny. That's through Ramsey Hairpin. In seventh place, it's number 10, Bryan and Hyde. They're 4 seconds down on Blackstock and Rosny. And then in eighth place, appropriately enough, number 8, Harrison and Winkle, 23 seconds down on Bryan and Hyde. And the leaders are through the bungalow. Tom and Ben Birchall are through the bungalow. If there's any indication what their time is up there, don't hesitate to butt in and tell us, and then see whether they're on another purple sector and whether that is actually on the agenda. The 120-mile-an-hour lap is on the agenda, but certainly here at Ramsey they are 33 seconds now, so they're not knocking off the pace. It was here 28 seconds at Ramsey Hairpin, but now as they've gone through the bungalow, John Holden and Lee Kane are 33 seconds down as two outfits come very, very close together. 21 is the second one of them through, Schofield and Thomas, and then number 9, Ramsden and Ramsden are safely through, so that is going to be a good battle over the mountain to see that. But certainly no problem at the front of the field, and certainly going back of all the people who've kind of left us this year. I'm sure that Clive Pollington, former passenger for Trevor Ireson and Mick Boddas, and Nigel Rollison, first man to do a solo and sidecar win over the TT Mountain course. Well, that's not absolutely correct, really, because it was Freddie Dixon way back in 1927 and 1923 who did a solo win and a sidecar win, but that's all incidental now. If the boys will be well down the mountain now, and certainly 33. Founds and Lowther have made the mountain climb, 23 seconds down, but then it's in fourth place, number 5. They're just that 5 seconds down, maintaining that disadvantage they've got over fourth place. In fourth place, number 5, Founds and Walmsley at the bungalow, 5.5 seconds down. So what will it be at the end of this one? Just time to take this last machine through. Down through the box he goes. It is number 17 who is safely through Ramsey as we take you over the mountain quicker to Tim Glover at the grandstand.
Thank you, Roy, and I can tell you I think conditions have cost them, because they've dropped about 5.5 seconds going up to the bungalow compared to that outright record lap. So I think the wind on the mountain has probably cost them, Chris Boyd, as they have made it to Cronknamona.
Yeah, at Cronknamona they're about 9/10 of a second outside of lap record pace now, so that run over the mountain conditions have just cost them.
They've been great on the lower levels, but that wind is significant today, and it's probably just downplayed expectations. They were on, though, for a 120 when they were at Ramsey, which was quite incredible. But there's only the light on for number 1, the Birchills, at Cronknamona. So a 33.3 second lead they enjoyed at the bungalow, as they are just as Holden and Kane get to Cronknamona. Light on for number 2. We should be seeing the Birchills flash into view. The lap record is 119.250 miles per hour. What are we going to see on the boards this time? As they cross the line, 119.13. So 119.129 to be exact. That is 19 minutes, just missing out as well on a second sub 19 lap. 19 minutes, 0.177 seconds. So nearly a sub-19 again from the Birchells. Quite extraordinary performance again. Are they heading for a 6th straight win as they head out on their final lap? And there are little landmarks of history that await them if they do get to the checkered flag this time around. But here, into view come Holden and Kane, and they clocked 117.009, 19 minutes 20.831 seconds for Holden and Kane. Now then, some retirements to tell you about. Michael Jackson and Sarah Stoko retired at Tower Bends. Also a retirement at... if we can just move that there. The Robert Hancock is in the pits. That was number 18. 34, Kevin Thornton and David Hainsworth have retired also here at the pits. Gordon Shand and Tony Belsey, number 22, retired here at the pits. As Founds and Lowther cross the line, 116.219 for Lowther there, and Alan Founds. As across the line goes Peter Founds and Jevon Walmsley at 115.77. Just going to check that time, and I think that is, for both of them, their quickest ever laps around the TT mountain course there from Alan Founds and Peter Founds. So congratulations to them. Holden and Kane, though, have already done 117.878. So it is number 4, Founds and Lowther on the Yamaha, who are 23.8 seconds down on number 2, Holden and Kane. They, in turn, are 35.5 seconds down on our leaders, Ben and Tom Birchall. And in 4th place, number 5, Founds and Walmsley on the Suzuki. They're just 6.2 down on outfit number 4, but they both enjoyed, both Alan Founds and Peter Founds, their quickest ever laps around the TT course. Looking to Cronk-Nimona, the screen here, Cronk-Nimona, we do have quite a few, and we're waiting, of course, for outfit 44, and I think this might be them. No, it's not. Number 6 across the line, and number 6 is Blackstock and Rosney. They slot into, temporarily it may well be, 5th place, because I think outfit 44 will go in there. That's Crow and Crow, and we should get them coming into view very shortly on that Haven Homes supported bit of kit. Looking up Glencrutchy Road, trees still being blown around in the still strong fresh wind. And across the line, looking incredibly smooth, go the Crows, and they move up into 5th place here at the end of lap 2. 113.529 miles per hour on their 2nd ever competitive lap at the TT. That's number 10, Brian and Hyde, through here at the grandstand, as is number 8 there, Harrison and Winkle. They're in 7th and 8th positions respectively. But yeah, the Crow boys on that lovely sounding Triumph. They're 43.3 seconds down on outfit 5, Founds and Walmsley of 4th. But in turn, they are 17.8 seconds ahead now of 6th place, number 6, Blackstock and Rosney. So an absolutely brilliant performance being put in yet again by Ryan and Callum Crow. So further retirements in the pits, Kevin Thornton and David Hainsworth, number 34. So quite rightly just getting to the end of lap 1. But those 2 big retirements early on of Reeves and Molyneux let a few people in up the higher echelons of the board. Let's go to Dave Christian, Glen Helen.
There's definitely engine noise approaching as something comes out very fast from Glen Helen 1. It is number 1, the leaders, the Birchall brothers, onto the juice. And again, it's a fantastic sight through here. They are so visibly fast. It is an amazing sight to watch. And get your cameras ready. There, the Birchall Express is steaming its way down towards Cronkovody and the 11th milestone. A 35-second lead. I think the guys need to maybe start thinking about making sure they get home. They can afford to maybe take it a little bit easier on this final lap, but again, if there's a possibility of a lap record, as Chris Boyd was talking, they may well just keep going for it. But They are 35 seconds clear at the grandstand, and it is just a waiting game now for the next bike here, Founds and Lowther, number 4. The bike does come into view now. It is, in fact, Holden and Kane. It is Holden and Kane, apologies. It is 39 seconds now, the gap. 39 seconds between 1 and 2. So the Birchalls lead John Holden and Lee Kane by 39 seconds on lap 3 at Glen Helen. And as I said before, I think maybe it's about time to start nursing that thing home, because to finish first you have to finish. And this course will be very, very punishing on that outfit, running pretty much full throttle for 3/4 of the lap. The guys need to start thinking about nursing it home to the finish. But as things stand, 39 seconds is a healthy advantage now, with Alan Founds and Jake Lowther coming into view just now. An outfit sweeps into the left-hander here. Little flap from the chair wheel there, but he's safely round. Short shifts up there straight away. 25 seconds the gap between second and third place. And those places look fairly secure, although the battle for third could just heat up with Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley. Again, they get the chair wheel up in the air here as they swing into the left-hander. The gap between fourth and third now 7.7 seconds. So the Founds boys will be fighting for that third place. But at the moment, it looks like Alan Founds and Jake Lowther with the advantage. 8 seconds they have over Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley. But 25 seconds between second and third. And John Holden and Lee Kane just well adrift of the Birchall brothers. They've put in such a dominant performance this afternoon from start at least to a third of the way round the lap on the final pass. The Crow brothers, 43 seconds adrift from fourth place, and they are reasonably secure. They have an 18-second advantage at the grandstand over Lewis Blackstock and Patrick Rosney. So number 44, the Crow brothers, outstanding performance for those guys. It looks like they're not going to be on the podium this afternoon, but fifth place is looking pretty good. And we're now await the arrival. I think we got some engine noise coming up the valley. We certainly do. It should be Blackstock and Rosney. Machine does sweep out of Glen Helen 1. Little flick to the right, onto the brakes, into the left-hander. That is number 6, Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney. And again, they're safely through here on their final lap this afternoon. And it is there should be a gap, I think, 20 or 30 seconds before we see number 44 coming in through here. It is another great performance from those guys. They've worked really well in qualifying for Ryan and Callum Crowe, and they've been even better race day. Here it is, the Havenholmes Triumph. 2 newcomers. And listen to that powering away. They do hold on to their 5th place. They are 48 seconds adrift of 4th place, Founds and Wormsley, but they have a 21-second advantage over number 6 in 6th place at the moment, Blackstock and Rosney. It's number 10, Gary Bryan and Phil Hyde, closely followed on the road by the St George's flag outfit of Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle. Harrison and Winkle 8th place at the grandstand, 8th place here, 25 seconds the gap. It's now down to 24, but I don't think he's going to make that up. And the gap between 6th and 7th place, Blackstock and Rosney, 8 seconds. And that's grown a little bit from the grandstand where it was just down to 6. So great performances from those guys in the middle order of this top 10, but nowhere near the Birchall boys who are well in charge up front. Other performances we noted this afternoon, Andy King and Alan Thomas, number 27. They started 24th, and at Glen Helen on lap 2, they were up to 16th. So they picked up 8 places there this afternoon. And Gary and Daryl Gibson as well going quite well. They started 19th. This is outfit number 17, started in 19th place, and they've worked their way up into 10th. The Birchall boys are at Ballaugh Bridge now, and the gap has grown again. Number 2, John Holden, 42 seconds behind them now at Ballaugh, and pulled out another 3 seconds or so on the sector. Founds and Lowther now number 4, also at Ballaugh, 26 seconds adrift of Holden. So John Holden's still on it because he's pulling away from Founds and Lowther. And number 5, Founds and Wormsley, are now 10 seconds adrift of the Founds and Lowther outfit. So the guys at the front all still on it at Balaf, but it is the Birchall boys building what looks to be an unassailable lead, 42 seconds clear. As 21 comes through here, Schofield and Thomas, closely followed by the Ramsdens. Number 9, again, safely through on their final lap this afternoon, but just hovering around about the outskirts of the top 10 there for the Ramsdens. Number 9 in 10th place at the moment. 48 seconds drift of Schofield and Thomas in 9th place. And it is Blackstock and Rosny due next at Balaf. And they'll be closely followed by Ryan and Callum Crowe, but that lead of the Birchalls, don't think that's going to be pulled back this afternoon, and we should be seeing them build on their 10 podiums from 16 starts with 8 wins. But we'll go back to the grandstand now.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, so 42 seconds. They have backed it off. I think they're getting good signals, good boards around the course, but they've backed their own pace off, but there is still increasing their advantage over Holden and Kane. But no longer are we getting the purple sectors for the quickest of the race or green sectors for the quickest that they've managed to achieve individually. It's more just, they're just bringing the bike home. 152.9 miles per hour, though, at Solby. Ramsey Hairpin, Roy Moore.
Final time, lap number 3 into Ramsey Hairpin. Tom and Ben Birchall have made it. They're going to start the mountain climb. Bike sounding good. Down 1, 2, down into second gear. I would suggest no difference at all there. And sweeping it out and get it as tight as you can to the little wall on the exit from them, and then up towards the waterworks. And certainly they'll have been informed on this particular lap, irrespective if they'd missed out on the 120-mile-an-hour lap, that the lead would be in the region of 40 seconds. And it was, as they went through Balaf Bridge, 42 seconds, or over Balaf Bridge, I would suggest. 42 seconds was the lead over John Holden and Lee Kane. And they had a comfortable advantage, and I'm sure there will be signalling stations in and around the TT mountain course which will indicate to John and Lee that that is the case, the advantage that they have got there over in 3rd place at Balaf Bridge. Number 4, outfit number 4, Founds and Lowther. But this is John Holden and Lee Kane here at Ramsey. Give them a listen. Yeah, it just seems to be in a higher gear somehow going through here at Ramsey. He takes it nice and neat and tidy and all that, but it just seems to be wanted to be coaxed on the pipe, as you would call it, as it goes away from Ramsey Hairpin. But certainly the gearing looks as though just maybe slightly higher gear here at Ramsey, but safely through. And a further 2 seconds has been pulled out by Tom and Ben Birchall over John Holden and Lee Kane on the run from Balaf Bridge here to Ramsey. Another machine we can hear in the Ramsey area, and certainly that should be the outfit of Founds and Lowther that should be with us very, very shortly indeed. Outfit number 4, Alan Founds and Jake Lowther, and that is the case. Beautiful looking machine, that cloud vapours it is on the side. Well, we had plenty of them last year. Somebody said, well, they've come to the Isle of Man to find out about 50 Shades of Grey, but they didn't realise it was all over the mountain. But they're safely through as well. And this beautiful conditions now as outfit number 5 is here now. Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley. They make Ramsey Hairpin and heading for that 4th place. Yes, yep, that will be at 4th place. And they're 10 seconds down on in front, outfit number 4. That is of Alan Founds and Jake Lowther. So 10 and a half seconds officially that we have. Well, when Tom and Ben Birchall first came to the island, I know for a fact after a drunken conversation we had with them out in Germany, that they were having difficulty getting away on those 3 left-hand bends which take you from the gooseneck to the 26th. And it took a bit of kind of working out. I think they had Klaus Klaffenbach under their wing at that particular time, a former sidecar winner around here. And it was one of those things where you had to kind of just work it out as to why they were slower on that particular part of the course. But obviously now, with being lap record holders at 119 miles per hour last year, well, then certainly they have worked a lot of more things out to get the outfit round here. So Tom and Ben Birchall, we're just seeing now that Founds and Lowther are through Ramsey. It was Callum and Ryan Crowe were 55 seconds down through Balaf Bridge on the 4th placed outfit there, Founds and Wormsley, but had a comfortable 20-second advantage over in 6th place through Balaf Bridge, Blackstock and Rosny. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of cheering down in Ramsey Town for their near neighbours from Andros and the Isle of Man, Derby. And it is Callum and Ryan Crowe who should be here with us now. I don't think this is them, no. Down through the box goes that number 6. Down, gets it round, and up and away, Blackstock and Rosny. But remember, the starting differences there. But certainly it's all quiet in the Ramsey area. You would have expected maybe 55 seconds was the difference as they went over Balaf Bridge. But we can hear another outfit now, and we will give them the full bells as they go through. Is this the outfit? It is the distinctive white outfit, the Haven Homes machine, down through the box. Listen to this going away from Ramsey. And Yvonne Huey gives it a handful as he goes away. Boys are having trouble here at Ramsey today, I must admit. It's a difficult one for the sidecars, but I think as the pace is increasing, the passenger having trouble keeping the chair wheel down. See if number 10 can do that. Certainly Gary Bryan and Philip Hyde are through, and Conrad Harrison and T2 just having that little bit of extra trouble, the passenger, in keeping the chair wheel down. So let's have a rundown of what it is at Ramsey. Tom and Ben Birchall by 44 seconds. Over in 2nd place, John Holden and Lee Kane, who in turn are 26 seconds ahead of, in 3rd place, outfit number 4, Alan Founds and Jake Lowther. In 4th place, it's Founds again, but it's Jevon Wormsley keeping the chair wheel down. They're 10 seconds down there on that brothers battle. Then the brothers are 1 minute and 3 seconds down on Founds and Wormsley, but hold now a 22-second advantage, so they've not been hanging about. On the run from Balaf Bridge here to Ramsey Hairpin have Ryan and Callum Crowe. They've increased it by 2 seconds because they're 22 seconds ahead off in 6th place, number 6, Blackstock and Rosny, who in turn are 9 seconds ahead off in 7th place of the outfits through Ramsey Hairpin, outfit number 10, Bryan and Hyde. And they are 22 seconds ahead of in 8th place, number 8, and Conrad Harrison and Andy Winkle. And we'll just flick over to the bungalow to tell you that they've made the mountain climb. Tom and Ben Birchall, 46 seconds, so a further 2 seconds pulled out on the climb to the bungalow. No difference in the order, they've all made it there. Founds and Lowther safely through the bungalow, and Founds and Wormsley safely through the bungalow. So as they say, it's all downhill from here to the finish for Tom and Ben Birchall. Back to the grandstand.
Yes, increased advantage, and the light is on for number 1, the Birchall boys at Cronknamona. Number 37, John Shipley and Andrew Haynes. Passenger came off at Devonshire Road, okay, and the driver pulled in at Braddon. So all well with 37, glad to report. But what a masterclass from the Birchalls yet again here in the 3-wheel chariot category, the Locate.im Sidecar TT Race 1. They've dominated it from start to, well, let's not preempt it, hopefully finish. But they've got to get across that line, see the checkered flag being waved before them on Glen Crutchue Road. But they were on for the first 120. I'm sure it's conditions, or maybe they were just backing things off as they were getting signs maybe coming out of Ramsey on that second ascent up to the bungalow. But the checkered flag is being readied. Here they are, the Birchall brothers in arms. The Birchall boys bring home the bacon yet again. Fist pumps all around. 6 wins in a row, 9 in all. Driver Ben joins the likes of Mick Boddice and Dave Saville. Brother Tom becomes the most successful passenger in TT history, and 118.122 miles per hour on the second lap. History made by the Birchalls. Once again, they now have a little bit of personal history too, and it is a race record as well. Fantastic achievement. They are on the way to the winner's enclosure. Let's go down to Chris Kinley.
48.135 the lead they had going through Cronknamona, but here they come. They give the outfit a tap on the back. The number 1 machine gets into there. Yes, and I tell you, I said it at the start of the race, and Tim just alluded to it there. The absolute focus on those guys' faces. We spoke to them just as he came through. Look at that, they say. Champione, you heard that then in the background for Ben and Tom Birchall. 48.116, Tim, that confirmed John Holden, second place.
He is indeed confirmed in second, and, well, there's a bit of a battle on maybe for third.
We will keep an eye on that. It was 5.2 back to third, and all the boys, the team are in, the family's in, and that's a shot and a half, isn't it? They're on for that 120-mile-an-hour lap as well. I wonder, we'll get the thoughts on that one from Ben in a second. I think we're all done now, I think so. Just listen to make sure there's no bad language coming in, and, well, there's the drink bottles on the floor. Gets a lift up in the air. Let's get in. To the boys. Here we go. John Holden, second place. Mind your backs. The tyre boys just straight in to have a quick chat to him. Boys just switching everything off. John Holden confirmed in that second place. The third place battle we need to keep a little eye on. But he's just taking his gloves off there now. Somebody going across the line. Tim, who was that?
Yeah, that was number 5, Peter Founds and Jevon Walmsley. They've just missed out, though, because bike number 4, that, of course, belonging to Alan Founds and Jake Lowther, is in third.
That is a absolute sidecar masterclass. Correct, stunning.
And relax.
I've seen you focus before the start of some race, and I got you just before, I'm allowed to do that, just before the start of the thing there, and you had that Dave Molyneux stare down that road. Nobody was getting past you then.
No, I needed that first sector and that first lap, and well, what a week, you know. It's been a week for everyone, and we've had some ups and downs ourselves, you know, as always, but the lads have worked so hard. We've had engines out, in, out, gearboxes in, out, and we've brought it home one day. That's just brilliant, just fantastic.
On that second lap, up to Ramsey, you were on for a 120-mile-an-hour lap, and then it dropped off over the mountain. Was that conditions?
A little bit of wind, but to be honest, I'd got plus 30 odd, and you know, I was just have John McGuinness in my ear hole, you know, and I just thought, you know, just short shifting, and you know, not revving it so hard, not pushing so hard, because there's still another lap to go, and we wanted this one to come home. So, yeah.
9 Sidecar TT wins, 6 on the spin. World Championships, yeah, what about 6 of these?
Well, I'd rather have these than them, that's for sure. I just want to say a big thanks to everyone out there, the lads doing my pit boards. I can't do it without you. Fantastic, and everyone that's involved with us, you know, we're a big family, we're a big team. One of my brothers in here, he must get himself in here and sort himself out.
All right, we'll let you finish on that, thanks so much. And where's young Tommy's around here somewhere? See if he's happy about that. Tom, well, do you know, or were you aware, you were on for the first ever Sidecar 120-mile-an-hour lap on that second lap?
I sort of felt, you know, similar to that second lap in the second race last year. I thought we were somewhere near, but I didn't realise we were that far inside. But I think the wind slowed us down. It mounted, really. It was really quite blustering. We're quite light, and, you know, the bike's got a big side area, so it sort of gets hold of it a bit sometimes, but I don't know really where we lost it, but never mind that, we won bloody race.
By 48-ish seconds in the end.
Oh, that'll do, hey, that'll do. It were flawless, really. You know, he clipped a curb and whatnot, which I'll have a word with him about later on.
Where was that at?
There were one through Glen Tramon, that left through there. Yeah, let's not talk about that. But that's what happens, you shove in, you know what I mean? Yeah. John's been on his case all week, and he's sneakily been doing what he's been doing and whatnot here and there, so we knew we had to be on his game from that first sector. That was sort of key for us, and after that we knew we could control it and do what we needed with it. But the bike just felt mega, absolutely mega. It just, apart from the, you know, when wind gets hold of it a bit, it was just planted. And there's a few people that, you know, have just helped us put this one together, and oh man, she's a dream to ride. And I've got to say a great big thanks to everybody who's here. Eighth Lot's here, Live Your Adventure guys are here, some ELAS guys are out there, I know, and it's just everybody. You know, Paget's have been there with us all week, so Andy Mitchell's come to cheer us on as always. So the job's a dream, lads were awesome, kept us right. You know, lack of practice time, but it's hard for everybody, and congrats to everybody who's finished, because it's hard to put a bike together, you know, around here without any testing, because there's so many weird little things go wrong. We're up till about 4 this morning, you know, getting it right, so yeah, dedication pays off, pal.
You are now the most winningest sidecar passenger in history.
Oh, right. That's all right, isn't it?
That's
wow.
not bad.
Well, that's a massive honour, considering there's lads like Dan Sale and Rick Long. Wow. Well, I'll share it with them because I think they've missed out on a few due to breakdowns and whatnot. So,
well done.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Done. Cheers, boys. Thanks very much, Ben and Tom.
I just got to say thanks to all spectators out there. It's absolutely mega. They've had such a crap week, haven't they, building up to this, and race cut short earlier on due to them real unfortunate circumstances. So thanks for sticking it out and cheering us on. It was great to see you all.
Thanks, bud. Cheers. Well done. Good words. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Tom. We'll get round the back if we can, try and get through here. There's all sorts of people in here. There's kids now in there, which is great to see. And we're going to speak to Johnny Holden and Lee Kane. And well done to Alan Fans. Tim, just run through. In fact, I've got the list here. I'll run through it in a second. But we've got John Holden now. That's good. And sorry, I'm on now. John Holden, how was that?
Yeah, they were a bit of a struggle. I don't know just what it is, but all our sector times were slower. And yeah, we're here, aren't we, in this part of the paddock? So we're all right.
Still good pace though.
Yeah, but it just wouldn't pull it. I don't know what it was. I really don't know. I'm not making excuses, but yeah, it was slow. The bike felt slow.
It was slow, and he's still doing 117s and 118s.
Oh, well, there you go. I don't think we've done an 18, have we?
Let's have a little look. There's too many buttons for me to press here. 116.8 on the last lap. I'm sure won the laps is near enough 117 in a bit.
Oh, well, that's not so bad for an old bloke, is it?
Well done, John.
Thank you.
Where's young Lee? Oh, here he is. Lee, how are things? How's the foot first off?
Yeah, it's throbbing.
It's throbbing a bit after that hard work, and John was saying not pulling right.
Nah, I don't think this engine's quite as good as the one we started the week on, so I think we'll swap back, depending on what the boss says, and try and throw it at them, fair play to Ben and Tom, they just cleared off. You could see the helicopter getting further and further away, unfortunately, but I thoroughly enjoyed that one. It was good fun.
Well done, second place, well done.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, buddy, cheers, and Alan Fownes and Jake Lowther are here. Let's get into Alan now. Oh, wow, look at this. We have a future sidecar pass. I'll speak to you first off. Jake, how was that?
It was amazing, really. It was like, we just got our heads down and got on with the job. I mean, I seen first pit bod I seen was P4. Didn't think out of it. I thought it's going to be one of them races.
Peter was ahead of you as well at one point too. Yeah. Peter and Alan, well, usual, them two had it.
Oh, I expected a brotherly rivalry. You can't beat it. But yeah, we just got our heads down, and I seen P3 on lap 2, and then I seen we seemed to get the gap a bit bigger on lap 3, so just got our heads down, really. I mean, the bike feels an absolute missile. I can't thank all the sponsors enough. I mean, Cloud Vapors, massive help. Thank you, guys. Couldn't have done it without you. And all the other sponsors as well. Aero, RTX, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Alan, on your second lap was your quickest ever lap. I've written on my hand 116.2. That was your second lap. On your last lap, I've got it here somewhere. Oh, look at that. Why do computers always do this to me? 116.3 on the second lap. We'll get that on the last lap. That's all right. That's your personal best. And you beat your brother.
Yeah, there's always a bit of brotherly rivalry between me and Pete, We're both very better. I mean, Pete, to be fair, he rides his wheels off that bike, and we're at a place now this year where we've wanted to be for the past few years, and luckily enough, we've had some brilliant support with Cloud Vapors, and they've come on board with us, and it's put us in a place where we've wanted to be for a few years. We've just not quite had the packages that the top boys have had, and I hope that puts us amongst them now.
It's good pace, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant pace. It still felt a bit dozy with the gearing, but it's not having the track time and the setup. It was a bit of a guess for the race. I'm sure we were all in the same boat, but yeah, we're chuffed a bit. Big shout out to all my family, Hannah especially, my sister, who's probably watching the radio crying.
Well done.
Cheers, mate.
Well done, guys. Yeah, so there's your first three, Tim, in the Locate.im Sidecar Race 1. I will hand to you.
Thank you very much, Chris. And we're just checking, Alan Fownes and Jake Lau, the quickest previously lap was 115.110 miles per hour. And on that last lap, 116.367 miles per hour. And in fourth place, Peter Fownes, he actually went slightly quicker than Alan, but 116.435. And his previous best was 114.613. So both Alan and Peter Fownes will be happy that they've done their fastest ever laps around the TT course. So, first were the Birchalls, history in the making there as well. And they won it by 48.116 seconds. A last lap of 118.122 miles per hour. but they did put in their quickest lap on the lap 2 at 119.129, and they were fractionally away from another sub-19-minute lap. 19 minutes, 0.177 seconds. Second then were Holden and Kane. Those 48 seconds back, and 116.846 miles per hour on the last lap. Ben and Tom's Birchall's race time was 57 minutes 24.005 seconds. Third then was outfit number 4, and that's Alan Founds and Jake Lowther on the Cloud Vapors Yamaha. They were 28.6 seconds down on second place Holden and Kane. 116.367 miles per hour on that last lap. So they finished 5.5 seconds ahead of outfit number 5, Peter Founds and Jevon Wormsley. And they did 116.435 miles per hour on the last lap. A minute and 15 seconds back, but what a debut at the TT for 44. The Crow Boys on the Triumph, 113.344 miles per hour is their fastest lap in their first race, their first ever TT race. 113.344. Their quickest, though, was indeed lap 2 at 113.529. So incredible debut from them. Congratulations to the Crow family there. I'm sure a richly deserved beer or two will be had this evening. So they finished 5th, number 44, and they were 29.9, call it 30 seconds ahead of number 6, Blackstock and Rosney on the Honda. They did 112.212. 7th then was number 10, Brian and Hyde. They were 13 seconds down on 6th. 8th was Conrad Harrison and Andrew Winkle, outfit number 8, and they were 21.3 seconds down on 7th. In 9th, number 21, and 21 is Schofield and Thomas, and they finished 53.4 seconds down on 8th. 10th, the Gibson brothers on the Suzuki, 39.4 seconds down on 9th. 11th was number 16, number 16 being Hope and Bumfrey on the Suzuki, 109.425 miles per hour on the last lap, 21.3 seconds down on the Gibsons. 12th position, number 14, Lockie and Sayers on the Honda, 107.814 on their last lap, 41.2 seconds down. 13th were Lowther and Hardy on the Honda. They were just 3.7 seconds down on 12th. 14th, number 25, Melvin and Christian on the Suzuki, 21 seconds down on 13th. In 15th position, number 33, Knight and Rostron, the newcomer passenger there on the Suzuki, 6.2 seconds down on 14th. In 16th, number 20, Alton and Bonney, and they were just 0.145 seconds down on 15th. 17th is the Saunders, they outfit number 24. They were 1 minute and 2 seconds down on 16th. 18th, number 35, that's Dukes and Morley, and they were 53.3 seconds down on 17th. 19th, it's number 39, the Moors on the Honda, 14.6 seconds down on 18th. 20th, number 28, Le Bolland and Couliard on the SGR Suzuki, 5.6 seconds down. They were on the Moors in 19th. 21st, number 45, Costello and Canepa, and they on their last lap 101.682 miles per hour. They were 12.4 seconds down on 20th, but they did do a fastest lap on lap 2 of 102.45 miles per hour. And just going back up to outfit number 31, and tell you that They were the quickest so far. The newcomer passenger there of Wendy Campbell, Daryl Rayner, 103.79 there on that second lap. And we can go down to the Ramsdens, who will have finished in 22nd position. They've obviously hit trouble on that last lap of just 85.216 miles per hour. So clearly that's cost them. They were 2 minutes and 12 seconds down on Costello and Canepa in 21st. So that's 22 crews that have finished. Some more retirements to tell you about too. We can confirm all the ones that were in the pits. And retirements for 37, John Shipley and Andrew Haynes at Selvern Drive. David Rayner and Wendy Campbell at the bottom of Bigarrow. The Hawthorn for Andy King and Alan Thomas. Number 13, Greg Lambert and Ben McBride, retired at Tower Bends. And number 30, Roy Tansley and Sean Parker, retired at Sulby Crossroads. So they are now starting to make their way up, and handshakes all around down below. What a bit of history again from the Birchall boys, and a special moment it will be, as we'll hear, for John Holden. The scouts are assembled with the Union Jack and the Manx flag. I can see the Birchalls there, just having a picture taken near there with Paul Phillips. Lee Kane and John Holden make their way over as well. And Alan Founds, I can see walking over too. So we'll just need to find, where is he, Jake, down there. So we are just about ready for the locate.im Sidecar TT Race 1 podium. And there's still people just finishing behind. Dave Quirk and Carl Schofield have finished, and also Terry O'Reilly and Eamon Mulholland is finishing. But we are ready now for the podium presentation for the Sidecar TT Race 1, so let's bring on the fanfare. Crews making their way up there now, and it is of course the locate.im Sidecar TT Race 1 podium. There's another finisher in the background across the line. Kevin and Steve Morgan on the Yamaha get their race finish, but handshakes up there on the top there of the podium. And ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for, in third place on a Yamaha, Alan Founds and Jake Lowther. Is Laura Gill from Locate, the race sponsor, who's making the presentations and doing the garlanding up there. So in second place on a Honda, and for the 20th time up on that step on the podium, John Holden alongside Lee Kane. Congratulations to John, 20 times up there on that rostrum. But your locate.im Sidecar TT Race 1 winners, history makers on an LCR Honda, Ben and Tom Birchall. So the laurels being given to them. So garlanded up there on the podium, and the trophy, which is the Fred W. Dixon Trophy for Sidecar Race 1, is now presented to the Birchall brothers, and many, many congratulations.